Hello, Lamb-like here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are an old subscriber of mine, if you're new, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me. I'm going to be making videos about Germany and American cultural differences, just like I did on my old channel. I'm excited to be back. It's been a good break. I have all these ideas in my head and I'm seeing things clearer. If you aren't supporting me on Patreon, I really appreciate those who are. I'm saving up now to move back to Germany, so it's a big help. Especially now since I'm out of work with the coronavirus thing and being in the high-risk group. Having asthma, I am not taking any risks, and so I'm not leaving my house until it's deemed safe. What's going on in this world? Anyway, so for this video, I wanted to think back on some funny memories and things that just kind of made me giggle or made me laugh about, like, cultural differences can be just so random and funny and I don't know. So these are just some of the weird cultural differences, and maybe not necessarily funny, but just interesting. Just interesting. And as a background, I lived in Hamburg and Oldenburg, and all together, I lived in Germany for 2.5 years, almost 3 years, and I'm from Southern California. So the armpit hair, I actually made a video dedicated to this. I'll link it down below once I'm finished editing it. I asked strangers on the street in Portland back a year ago, when that was okay to do that, and not during the coronavirus times right now. I asked them questions about their armpit hair and what they think of if a man shaves his armpit hair. And I think it'll be really interesting, because in Germany, what I learned when I was there, I actually learned this on accident. I was dating someone, and then I noticed he didn't have arm hair, and I thought, okay, this is really strange. But yeah, German men shave their armpit hair. And no, they are not, some of them aren't even athletes who do this. This is just a general thing they do in their culture, and this will be kind of surprising to Americans. It's not good or bad, it was just kind of a surprise at first, because in America, I think we have these sort of, still we have a gender gap. We have these gender roles still that are pretty, I think, strictly followed in the US, and it's annoying, but like the men have to be men. Men are hairy and men have arm hair, and so I think in Germany I had to get used to that no, like, women shave their armpit hair, so can men. And the German women my German girlfriends that I had met, they were telling me that they actually preferred their German boyfriends to have no armpit hair. They just thought it's just so much more hygienic for them when they're cuddling, and I never thought of it before with my high school boyfriend or anything. So the second weird cultural difference that I experienced was on your birthday in Germany, the birthday person, birthday girl or birthday boy, brings their own cake to work or to wherever they're going that day on their birthday. I was so shocked by this. Like, what? You make your own cake? Usually in America, the other people make you a cake. Like, I remember when I was in high school, I was in my French class in high school, and one of my friends in class surprised me and brought me a cake and balloons and for my birthday, and this was kind of the typical thing you saw from other people in high school, and so I just was really surprised in Germany that you do that for yourself. Like, oh, that's what other people are supposed to do for you. And I found it kind of sad almost, because here it's something I don't know. But it's nice. Like, they want to celebrate and they want to make everyone happy, and so it's a nice difference. Just for an American at first, it was kind of weird to hear this difference. Father's Day. I was so shocked by Father's Day differences. Oh my gosh. So in Germany, on Father's Day, Father's Day is a drinking holiday in Germany. In America, Father's Day is a day to spend with your father, and it doesn't have to do with alcohol. Unless your father really likes alcohol, then maybe it does. But yeah, so my boyfriend's German, and he was telling me that this is because in Germany it's legal to drink outside, which it's not in America. You can't drink in public. Like, you just can't. It's against the law. And a policeman can give you a ticket for drinking in public. You have to cover your alcohol with something. The homeless people prefer a paper bag. So I think because you can do that in Germany, you can have public drinking holidays. I don't know, the Germans are really fun people. I had just a fun time in Germany, and that's just one of, I think, the examples of their culture. My boyfriend was saying some Germans actually do spend the day with their father, but most are spending it with their male friends or just with their friends. Doesn't have to be male, but he said generally it's the male friends. So it's like a male celebrating the males. Okay, this one I wasn't sure I was going to talk about in a video, but it is like a difference, and it's just kind of a strange difference. I think another YouTuber, a German YouTuber I heard talked about this with a very factual way, so I'm going to try to do that too. I hope it's not different just because I'm a woman, but in Germany, circumcision is not practiced. If you don't know what circumcision is, please Google it. In the US, it's a common practice, which I think is kind of sad to do that to a baby. So this is like a, I don't know, a personal thing, but in the US, for whatever reason, it's common. American high school, for me, there was jokes going around like that. If you have a boyfriend, you cross your fingers and hope that he's circumcised, and that's, I think, a terrible thing, that was the general rumor going around, that it was somehow bad, but no, it's not. And let me know your thoughts down below, so I don't have to say so much here. You can give your opinions down below, why you think it's different, and I took a women's studies class and we talked about why it is not a good practice to do that for sensory reasons and blah blah blah. So there's like lots of reasons, so I'm not going to get into it in this video, but that's the difference. And yeah, so Germany is really nice. They just keep it natural, how things should be. Men don't pay for dates, and this is depending on where you are in the US, because a video I'll upload in the future, I did an interview with strangers on the street where I asked other questions, not just the armpit question like I said at the beginning, but I also asked about when you're on a date, who pays? And in Portland, the answers were seemed to be on average that they pay for themselves on the date, the woman will pay for herself, the men have no problem with that, which was very German to me. That was my experience in Germany. It was half and half in German. When I went on a date, half the time the man would pay for me, and then the other half he wouldn't. But when the man didn't pay, I always would say, like, I'll get the next date, or I'll pay for the next thing, and they'd welcome that idea. In Southern California, I think it still has a culture of the men pay for the dates, and the women are women, and I don't know, it's the gender thing is, in Southern California, I think is still very separate, and I don't know. I am now, I think, living in Germany long enough, I learned why that's a good thing, and it's a partnership. You don't want someone who just wants to take care of you. You want a partnership where you take care of each other, and I think it's better. Or I don't know about better, everyone's different, but yeah, I see pros and cons to both. So when I was in university, I remember someone had given a speech, and all of a sudden all the Germans are knocking on the table like this. Knock, 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 knock on their desks, and I'm looking around like, what are they doing? Why are they doing that? And so this was another weird difference for me, because I was expecting everyone to clap, like, you know, but apparently this is a university thing. My German boyfriend told me the high schools that he went to, everyone clapped, but then when he went to university, everyone knocked. So I'm not sure why they changed that from high school to university, but it's funny. I don't know. It's just shocking and surprising, and I loved it. The bachelorette parties, I remember we were relaxing in a park in Hamburg, and here comes some guy dressed in a funny costume. He's very drunk and asks us if we want to buy something in his basket. For €1 we can get a shot or candy or something. And I was like, what is this guy doing? And so bachelorette parties and bachelor parties are just everywhere. Like, oh my gosh. Everywhere you look in Germany, this is going on, which is like nice. You know, like there's no shortage of Germans getting married, which is kind of sweet, I think, because in America you don't really see bachelorette parties as often, I think. And this humiliation thing, I just see Germans humiliating themselves, going up to strangers, asking, like, this happened to me. I was walking home from university, and this really drunk group of men came up to me and started asking me questions. Unfortunately, at the time, my German was pretty bad, so I didn't really know what they were saying, but it was funny nonetheless. These points aren't weird, these are just awesome. So I'm going to leave off on 2 really awesome points about Germany, if you made it to this part of the video. Education is free, even for an international student. Just amazing. Germany is so amazing. Like, the fact that I got to study in Germany And I know there's a fee per semester, which is only 350 euro. Sometimes it changes, but that's around the fee it costs every semester to study in Germany, which is just, for me, that's the cost of my books in America. That's cheaper than the cost of my books in America. So for me, it's practically free. Yeah, and I don't know why, it's just Germany has just this awesome tax system where everyone gets taxed to support the whole country's education and the country's healthcare, which is the next point. Healthcare. So because of the tax thing I just talked about before, you pay for healthcare and everything's free.